Okay, well, at the top of the hour, 4 p.m. Pacific time, and of course, depending on where you are, your local time would probably be a bit later or is a bit later than what I am here over here. So thank you. Thank you for joining us. And to the approximately, we don't have everybody in yet, but to the approximately 435 registered first-timers and other Lions, to the USA-Canada Lions Leadership Forum in Des Moines, we welcome you to this virtual introduction and orientation. We compliment you on investing in your Lions journey in developing your leadership and Lions knowledge and experience through the Lions Leadership Forum. This annual forum is in its 45th year, and we hope that the Des Moines Forum will be the start of many forums for you. Last year, the 2020 Louisville, Kentucky Forum was canceled, as you know, as an in-person event due to the pandemic lockdown and restrictions in many states and provinces. In its place, the forum organized and offered a virtual event instead, which was very well attended. And I think a couple of you have indicated that you were at that virtual forum as well. And I think it was well put together, and certainly under the circumstances, it was certainly something that we were able to do for the Lions in USA and Canada. But nothing beat an in-person forum. So we are excited to be able to do it this year in Des Moines. Ever since the forum started 45 years ago, the mission of the USA-Canada Lions Leadership Forum is to develop leaders, motivate and educate attendees, provide an open exchange of ideas, and support the programs and goals of Lions Clubs International. The Lions University was established in 2014 to support the USA-Canada Lions Leadership Forum objective of providing year-round leadership development opportunities for our Lions Club members. The program has 3 educational levels: the bachelor's, the master's, and the doctorate. And it's intended to support Lions leaders in enhancing their knowledge and skills to better serve their community. Check it out on the forum's website. At the forum in Des Moines, we will have a Lions University graduation of the Lions who have successfully completed their program of training. And this will be on Thursday afternoon. So we encourage you to be inspired as you may choose to attend a graduation and see what goes on there. Or if not, do please, congratulate the graduates as you see them in the hallways of the convention center. Des Moines is the capital and the most populous city in the US state of Iowa. It is also the county seat of Polk County. And Des Moines is the fastest growing city in the Midwest. There's great dining and excellent entertainment, such as a zoo, the science center, and the historic village. Again, I can go on and on and on about all the things that we can certainly enjoy. And there is certainly much to discover, and hopefully you will have some time to explore the city during your stay in Des Moines. The 2021 forum is headed under the leadership of our general chairperson, Pastorship Governor Wendy Kane, with LCI's president, Douglas Alexander, as the honorary chairperson. Now, Wendy is totally involved in her leadership of the team putting on this year's forum. In fact, she is doubling today as the host of our session this evening. So thank you, Wendy. Appreciate your support and your assistance. And at this point, Wendy, may I ask you to give a message to the Lions who will be attending their first USA-Canada Lions Leadership Forum this year?
Thank Thank you, Polly. Just making sure that we had everyone muted. Welcome to our first timers who are with us live, as well as those who might be watching the video later. I tell you what, I am so excited for this year's forum, but certainly COVID has put a little bit of precaution to things, and I know many Lions are looking forward to coming together again to learn, come together in fellowship, and also in service. I mean, that's what we do as Lions, and we have got all of that baked in to our forum coming up this in 2 weeks. Now, I don't know what all Polly has on her presentation coming up, so I don't want to steal any of your thunder. I may save and reserve the opportunity to comment again at the end, but I would like to acknowledge and say that on some of the names that I see of those of you attending this session are some graduates from Lions University this year. And I hope you do enjoy that celebration and take a moment to recognize your efforts in leadership, and also to, as Polly said, congratulate one another. I also really like the fact that we got on board a little early and some of you could introduce yourself and where you were from, because one of the best things about the forum to me is it's like a great big reunion of people that you might only see that one time a year at the forum, or maybe at an international convention, but it's a lot harder to find people at the international convention. And so you all have already started to make some of those connections by introducing yourselves to one another. I look forward to certainly seeing you in person, and I hope that you'll have the opportunity to do that when we're together with each other, as well as the Lions who have attended many times in the past. So thank you for spending some time with us this evening.
Thanks, Wendy. And to add on to what Wendy said, the forum is certainly a venue where we can be up close and with fellow Lions, and as well as the directors and the officers. You know, I always say to people that ask me, I can't decide whether I should go to the International Convention or I should go to the USA-Canada Lions Leadership Forum, because they say, well, my budget doesn't allow me to go to both events in 1 year. And I always suggest to Lions, I said, you've got to go to at least one international convention, you know, to get that international flavor that Lions Clubs International is about. And as Wendy indicated, it's a big venue. We have Lions from all over the world, and quite often we have 15 to 20,000 Lions spread out throughout the city, which is hosting the convention. And it's hard to connect, you know, and very often you will see an officer halfway down the hall, and by the time you get to them, they're gone, because you know, they have other commitments as well. But at the forum, we're all in one place. We've got 5, 6 hotels, but the convention center is so central, and you can walk down the hall and you can literally run into international directors, the president, the vice presidents. You can run into them in the hallway, and they have the time to stop and have a few words with you. And you also get a chance to catch up with friends that you have met in previous forums, as well as previous conventions. And I see a lot of emails going around saying, who's going to be in Des Moines? Let's make arrangements to meet up. And there are people saying, let's go to the library in the hotel. And for those of us that have been in Lions for a while, the library is where the bar is. You know, that's where they call the library. So if people say, let's meet in the library, that's where it is. And this year, if you have a group of Lions coming from your area that you want to get together, we have a reunion room in the convention center that you can book some time with Jay Mawal, who is our facilities chair, and get yourself a space where you can have a room where it's quiet and you can really have a get together. I know in the California Lions have a Toastmasters reunion, and using a time slot in that room as well too. So feel free to do that, and it's a great opportunity for you to get together with your Lions group. So thanks, Wendy. Now, along with President Doug Alexander, we wish to recognize the other officers of Lions Clubs International. Of course, first Vice President Brian Sheehan from Bird Island, Minnesota, USA. Second Vice President Dr. Patty Hill, who is from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And our third Vice President is Fabricio Oliveira from Brazil. And I know that certainly Vice President Brian Sheehan will be in Des Moines. So we'll look forward to hearing from him and certainly a chance to meet up with him. And I think Dr. Patty Hill may or may not be able to travel to Des Moines. So we'll just see what happens. And of course, Third Vice President Fabrizio, in all likelihood, he is from Brazil, which is another constitutional area. But they're certainly all very welcome to attend if they so choose to. Now, the general chairperson appointed to lead the USA-Canada Alliance Leadership Forum works with a forum planning committee, which is made up of a team of Alliance leaders from CA1, USA and the affiliates, and CA2, Canada. Now, these are individuals who are specially selected and appointed by the general chairperson and endorsed by the honorary chairperson. Here's a photo of this year's planning committee, taken in Des Moines in October 2020. And due to the challenges of the border crossing back in October between Canada, MD60, and the US, a few of the committee members could not travel to Des Moines for the in-person planning meeting. But we attended the entire October meeting virtually. So, I tell you, if nothing else, this COVID-19 pandemic has certainly introduced us to a lot of virtual tools that perhaps a lot of us have not used before. I know I haven't. So it's just wonderful that we're able to connect the way that we have been. The Forum Planning Committee does not work in isolation and on its own. We rely on and we work very closely with a host committee in the city hosting the forum. This year in Des Moines, we have an excellent, dedicated, committed, and hardworking host committee under the leadership of past council chair, Jerry Inman. Now, here's a picture of the Des Moines host committee team. Now, with the committee is a team of volunteers who will be assisting with the registration packet distribution in the hotels. They will be in a convention center to help make the forum an enjoyable experience for the attendees. You will see them throughout the convention center, providing directions and assistance and helping with the sitting during the meals, for example. And when you see them, please take a few seconds to acknowledge and thank the volunteers. A lot of them will be putting in a lot of hours, and their main goal is to make sure that all of us attending the forum have a good time, and they'll be able to help you with directions or answer any questions that you may have. So please make it a point to say hello to them. I know they appreciate it, and they would certainly want to be of assistance wherever possible. Now, the forum is an independent Lion-led organization that doesn't receive any kind of Lions dues. So none of the dues that we as Lions pay to either the district, the Marlborough District, or Lions Clubs International go to the USA-Canada Lions Leadership Forum. Nor does the forum receive any grants or monies from LCI. So the cost of putting the forum together comes primarily from registration fees and sponsorships. And we are very thankful of the major forum sponsors of our 2021 Des Moines Forum. Terry Lynn, longtime supporter and a big sponsor of the USA-Canada Alliance Leadership Forum. It has over 80 years of proven fundraising programs, partners with local Lions clubs in their fundraising efforts. And they put up quality products. And I have to confess that I always check out that booth in the exhibition hall every forum. And I have a bag with me and I pick up a whole variety of foods to enjoy during the forum and to bring home. I mean, they have the best nuts that I've ever tasted, and they're fresh They're really nicely roasted. And for decades, they have helped over 5,000 organizations, including Lions clubs, raise more than $15 million to support their communities. So they will be in the exhibit hall. Do check them out. And I think more often than not, unless there are restrictions, they probably would have some samples for you to taste, and you could have a snack while you're there. Then we have Hillroam Vision Screening, proud sponsor of Lions Kids Sight USA. Visit their booth in the exhibitor hall and see a demonstration of the Welch Allyn screener. That's a handheld vision screener which can detect 6 vision risk factors in children. And we have Plus Optics, early detection of the most prevalent vision disorders in children. And the purpose of Plus Optics vision screening team is to empower primary health care professionals to detect most of the most common vision disorders in children as early as possible. And then we have Rebion Blind, who is a pediatric vision scanner, another partner with Lions Clubs that empowers Lions to carry out our mission of vision screenings. So we thank them for stepping up and sponsoring this year's forum. We couldn't have done the forum without them. Now, here is a face you want to know, and you will see her, and I think a lot of us have met her, and you have received correspondence from Jerry Durback, who is our registrar. She's the forum registrar. She's the one that monitors all the registration process, all the registrations that come in from Lions, and she's always on top of things, and she is so knowledgeable about the forum. She administers the forum with the registrations. She supports the work of the executive and planning committees. She's responsible for all phases of registrations, such as making the hotel room assignments, handling cancellations, and working closely with the hotels. She handles inquiries and concerns relating to registrations and hotel assignments from attendees. You will find her in the forum office, which is located in room 301 in the convention center for the duration of the forum. So if you have any concerns or inquiries about your hotel or about your registration, your tickets, and so on, do drop in at the forum office and see her, and she'll be able to take care of you.
Holly, can I chime in here a second?
Certainly, please, Wendy.
I'd just like to encourage each of you to check closely your email that had your registration confirmation from Jerry, or would have come from registrar@lionsforum.org, and make sure that your arrival date and your departure date coincide with when you plan to arrive and depart. She can make adjustments if needed. So, but just make sure that the hotel is expecting you when you're expecting to show up. And also you should receive a confirmation from the hotel itself, because those deposits and your information have been forwarded to the hotels, and they're putting you in the system, in their reservation system, to expect you. But please check that information, because Jerry can correct it if need be, or update it if your plans have changed and you want to stay later, or you're coming earlier or something like that. She can help make those adjustments.
Yeah, good point. You don't want to encounter unnecessary surprises when you arrive, because when we get in, we want to be able to settle in and not have to be too stressed out with things that we do not anticipate. So do look at that email. It's got all the information on it, and make sure that you also have received a confirmation from the hotel as well. If there's anything that is not correct or needs to be adjusted, then certainly please contact Jerry, and Jerry can take care of you with that. Now, when you arrive, and for those of you who are staying in the one of the forum hotels, your registration packet will be available for you to pick up. If you're not staying at a Forum hotel, or if you don't pick up your registration packet by the end of Thursday afternoon, your registration packet will be at the Convention Center, Iowa Events Center, as of Friday, and you can pick it up there. Now, for those of you who are not staying at a designated Forum hotel, your registration packet will be at the Convention Center for you to pick up. All right. Now, the registration packet includes your name tag with a collar lanyard, and I'll go into an explanation of the significance of the color, because you will notice that attendees will have different color lanyards, and there is a reason for that. Because the lanyard determines the section of the dining room for the full Forum meals. We'll talk more about how the meal sitting is arranged in the later slide. Also, in your registration packet is an idea garden card, or some idea garden cards, and this is something new for this year. As you probably realize, Des Moines in Iowa, is an agricultural theme to the whole Forum, and the theme being, and so we got. So everything, all the seminars have a cultural, agricultural reference to it. And we have an idea garden. And the whole idea is that when you get the cards in your packet, write your ideas for each of the topic. And it could be like service projects, fundraising projects, the types of specialty clubs that you have in your district, and local partner organizations. And so, and then you get to place, or call plant, in the garden at the Iowa Event Center. And everyone comes with the ideas, and the whole goal of that, that's a particular idea garden, is that we share the ideas that we have. We bring the ideas that work really well in our district, our multiple district, in our state or our province. And we get to browse other people's ideas as well. And you get also a chance to harvest, note, or snap a photo of ideas that you are really particularly interested in to take home with you to share with your Lions, in your club. So, that's one of the things that we would have. Let's take a look. And one of the other things that will be included in your packet is a program of events booklet. Now, this is a reference book that you want to have with you at all times during the Forum. What's in the program of events? It includes the rules of procedure, of course, the major Forum sponsors, the officers and the board of directors of Lions Clubs International. You'll have some information on the Forum Planning Committee, the Des Moines Host Committee. There will be a map of the Convention Center in the booklet. There will be a schedule of the US and Canadian International Director schedule. There is a booth where you can go up and meet with them. And it's always a good opportunity for first vice district governors or district governors, if they have not arranged for a Lions special guest at their convention. You get a chance to go up and meet the international directors and perhaps extend an invitation to one of them to come and attend your district conference or your multiple district conference as the guest. We also have information in the book of featured speakers in the general meal sessions. We also have Forum, the operations and planning office, which is going to be in room 301. The host committee office is in room 311. And the seminars office, especially for those presenters and moderators, will be in room 321. There's lots of information in this program, and they got a daily seminar matrix. This is where it's all laid out as to what seminar is on at what time during the forum. There's a list of the seminars by number that's got a description, the room assignment, and who the presenter and the moderators are. We also have a schedule of events that lists the time, the activity, and the location of each of the events. And we also have in it a meal sitting explanation. So we would suggest that after you pick up your registration packet, take the time to organize your tickets and your name tag and review the program of events. Now, with so much going on each day of the forum, you will want to note and plan the activities, the events, and seminars you are interested in taking part in. Your registration to the forum includes 4 meals, starting with the Thursday opening dinner. Then it goes on to the Friday lunch, Saturday lunch, and Saturday dinner. Each meal has an interesting program, so you wouldn't want to miss any of them. I know there's always the temptation that, oh, I like to try a local restaurant. I'm going to skip the forum meal, but you wouldn't want to miss it. And we'll go into some of the things that you can expect to see during the meal. Because the forum, the committee recognizes that for many of us, it would be the first time that we are in Des Moines. And we don't want to spend all our time in the convention center or in our hotel. We want to have an opportunity to see the city and experience the ambiance of the city. And that's why we have left Friday evening open. There is no meal program, there is no forum program on Friday evening. And that's intentional, and that's to allow you an opportunity to go out and enjoy the city of Des Moines. There are lots of restaurants in close vicinity to the hotel. Google Des Moines, and there are links even on the forum website that will give you a lot of information, so you can take a look to see some of the things that you might be interested in taking in. Now, let's go into each of the dinner. Thursday evening opening dinner features a parade of flags for all areas represented by the USA-Canada Lions Leadership Forum, including Multiple District 60, which was a recent addition to the USA-Canada Lions Leadership Forum. And we're going to be featuring the talents of young people. We have an inspirational and entertaining talents of young adults associated with the National Speech and Debate Association and other performing arts. Now, some of you may have seen Joe Everson perform in the past, and we have had him at probably 1 or 2 previous forums in the past. He's a singing painter, and he would perform on the stage and actually do a painting while he is entertaining the crowd. And at the end of the event, I believe we'll be auctioning his paintings off. That's something that we have arranged. So it's an exciting program.
So everyone will have a chance. We're going to raffle them.
Raffle them. Wonderful. That's good. That's even better. Yeah, because auctioning, sometimes, you reach your limit as far as how much you can afford to auction off. But if it's a raffle, even better. So everybody has a chance to win. We have keynote speakers. At Friday lunch, we have Jessica Cox, who is a motivational speaker, possible thinking. She's a business consultant, and she holds the Guinness World Record for what she's been able to do as a person with disabilities. So she's very inspiring. You will want to listen to what she has to say. Saturday lunch, the keynote speaker would be our international president, Doug Alexander. And as you know, his theme is service from the heart. And for those of you and those of us who have had an opportunity to know Doug, he is certainly a man that speaks from the heart. So be inspired by his message. on that Saturday lunch, during the Saturday lunch. And to close off the forum, we have someone that we have had before, but people just love her, and she's an excellent speaker. She will be closing the forum on Saturday evening dinner with a talk, and she's an author, thought leader, renowned for her expertise on leadership, accountability, resilience, change, and building outstanding cultures. She is an excellent speaker and very entertaining. So we've got a great lineup of keynote speakers for each of the meals at the forum. Now, in the forum, during the USA-Canada Forum in the Convention Center, we have a forum store. This is one of the more popular venues, and it's located in Ballroom B, which is on level 4. The hours of operation was Thursday. Now, for the first half an hour, the forum store is open to those with special needs. So they'll have a chance, because they certainly need a little bit more time and perhaps assistance as they go through the forum store. And we want to make sure that they have the time to do that. And they have half an hour to go in and through before the forum store is open to everyone. So on Thursday, the forum store is open from 9 to 5, and you can find all kinds of stuff that you might want to purchase, Lions paraphernalia. We do have we have ordered a number of popular items from Lions Clubs International, as well as people that have indicated items that they would be interested in, and we have sourced them. And our forum store chair, Sharon Anderson, has been working really hard in acquiring, and she's really proud of what she's been able to bring in. So Thursday, 9 to 5, on that Thursday, it's open to all after the special needs Lions have gone through. And then Friday from 8 to 11, then we close the forum store so that everyone can go in for the Friday lunch, and we reopen again at 2 to 5 p.m. And on Saturday, it'll be open from 8 to 11, close for lunch, and then reopen from 2 to 3 p.m. Now, a tip for you, if you want the best selection, you want to go as early as possible. Especially, for me, I try and get there on the Thursday morning, because I wear small. And it's very difficult, and small sizes seems to go fast. So if I don't make it there too early, I lose out, because I can't fit into a medium or a large. It's just too big for me. So certainly you would want to check the forum store out.
Hey, Polly, one of the things for first timers, that if you're a club officer, a secretary, or even a district officer, what a lot of people like about the forum store is, I don't know if you've ordered anything from LCI, but to not have to pay shipping is a huge deal for clubs or individuals to save on supplies if you need lapel pins or some things like that. And so the Cheryl, as Polly mentioned, tries to find popular items that club members need and want. We also have some gear that has the forum logo on it, some shirts and things. And new this year, some Lions University gear as well. But definitely the LCI catalog items do go pretty quickly, a lot of them, because you don't have the shipping cost incurred with it. So.
Good point. Yeah, because I know when I order stuff from LCI, I don't order a lot of stuff, right? And then you end up saying, well, gee, the shipping cost doesn't make it worthwhile unless you have a big order. So this way you can pick up just what you need in the forum store.
And Wayne just asked about methods of payment, which reminded me, I also wanted to chime in that we accept credit cards. And actually this year we prefer credit cards. We will be able to take cash, but because of the coin shortage, and to kind of minimize the potential spread for COVID, we're not going to be handling change. So if you have exact change with most of our pricing is on the dollar, but when 7% sales tax is added, then things get obviously off kilter there a little bit. So we'll be able to accept exact change, but we're not going to have a lot of change on hand, because the banks aren't distributing it as much right now, and we wanted to minimize some of that handling. So we will round up to the nearest dollar if you prefer to pay cash and don't have exact change, but certainly encourage you to use the credit card if that would be quicker and easier. So
Thanks, Wendy. All right. Now, the other popular event that we have at the forum is the exhibitors hall. And this is where we have exhibitors that bring their products to the forum. It could be clothing, it could be jewelry, and there are some companies that make Lions products that they sell in the hall. So again, check them out. They're in Ballroom A, which is actually right next to the forum store. And you can spend a lot of time in there as well too. And those are the hours of operation.
We have
so most of it. Sorry, go ahead.
We have a great variety of exhibitors. Like you mentioned, some vendors that sell things for Lions, like our sponsor, Terry Lynn, and others that supply fundraising products that clubs may be interested in, as well as other partner organizations that are like nonprofits that you might want to take service project ideas home with. So quite the variety in the exhibit area. Encourage you to check it out.
Right, yeah. And these are some of the certainly groups of exhibitors. Calgary 2022. After this year in Des Moines, we'll be going to Calgary in Canada for the 2022 forum, and we'll be taking pre-registrations. So for those Lions who are planning to go to Calgary next year, we have a special rate if you pre-register. And that rate is only valid during the forum. Once the forum is over, then the rate goes up a little bit. So if you're planning to go, do consider pre-registering. And of course, if you look at the information on the website, as far as registration is concerned, if for any reason you need to, there's a conflict and you need a change of plans and you can't go, there is a period of time when you can cancel your registration with a full refund. So do consider that, check them out, and they'll have lots of materials in that booth. If you've not been to Calgary before and you're interested to find out what the city has to offer, and certainly for us Canadians, the Calgary Stampede is the annual event that we're always looking. But unfortunately, it's not during the time of the forum. It's much earlier in the summer that the Calgary Stampede is on. But certainly check them out, and you'll be surprised as to how much Calgary has to offer for visitors and tourists. And again, meet the international directors, LCI support. We do have the global membership approach booth, and I believe the LCIF would probably have a booth as well too. So there's some LCI staff that will be on site, as well as a lot of for instance, the global membership approach area leaders or district champions that may be there as well to provide information on what that process is all about. We have foundations and fundraisers, as we mentioned, clothing, Lions paraphernalia. And if you haven't had a chance to actually see the peace posters, the 2021 peace posters will be on display in the lobby of level 4. And it's always exciting to see the quality of the posters. It's one thing to look at it in a picture, another thing to actually see it. And they'll be on display from LCI is shipping the display over to the USA Canada Forum in Des Moines, so we can have be able to look at it real close. Right, now, meals. Now, each attendee is assigned a color section for the meals. Now, I talked about the lanyard. The lanyard has a color, and depending on the color that you've been assigned, that is the color you'll be looking for when you go into the dining room. And each section, there'll be 4 quadrants designated in the dining room. Each quadrant is designated a specific color. And you are asked when, depending on your color, the color of your name tag, lanyard, to sit in the section that matches your name tag, the lanyard of your name tag. The color sections, though, rotate around the room. So don't worry if on Thursday night you go in and you see your color is in the back of the room, in the far corner of the room. Don't worry, that color is going to move. And so out of the 4 meals, you have the opportunity, 2 opportunities to be sitting in the front of the dining room, real close to the stage. And so look for your color as well outside the banquet room, because we have a way of admitting people into the banquet room, so we don't have a mad dash, into the banquet room. So you don't need to worry about, oh, I better get there half an hour or an hour early so I can get a seat. You will have a seat in the color section that you've been designated. So you look for the color outside the banquet room for the entry, because we would have 4 lines. Each line will be color coded, and we'll be sitting people according to the colors that you've got. We will sit the special needs first, so they will be more comfortable in going in, and they'll be seated before everybody else goes in. We also have special needs and allergies, but these would be pre-registered. I believe on the registration form, you are asked a question whether you have any special needs and requirements and allergies and so on. And we would have a record of your the allergies, so we make sure that the convention center accommodate the special meals that have been indicated. So we encourage you to take the time to mix and meet new Lions friends from around the United States and Canada. And also, quite often we do have guests that come and join us from outside North America. So while it may be more comfortable to sit with people that you've traveled to the forum with, perhaps, it is a great opportunity to meet and get to know people you are meeting for the first time. That's one of the best opportunities to introduce yourself and meet people that you don't know, and you will find that you'll be able to develop a lasting membership. And each table will have a table host. It could be a past international president, a sitting or past LCI director, a forum past chairperson, a forum present past planning committee member, will be designated as the host at the table you'll be sitting in. And that individual is, as the indicated, will be hosting the table, and will be making sure that everyone gets to interact and visit with each other. Another new thing that we have for Des Moines this year is the strides. At every USA-Canada Leadership Forum, we have a strides walk, and that is, of course, the event that we do for diabetes awareness. So this year, the strides has been organized in a very different way. Instead of a walk where you have hundreds of people all walking at the same time, we're conscious of the fact that with the COVID, and we don't want to have too many people together, too close together. We have decided to change the strides walk, and besides, the area around the convention center is not really conducive to a walk by several hundred people all at the same time. So we thought we'll change it and make it more fun. And this is going to be different from the previous traditional walk that we've done. It is going to be, as we say, a scavenger hunt. It's going to be like a scavenger hunt style event using a mobile app called Goose Chase. And I believe that the Strides chairperson, Dawn, did send out an email with details on the scavenger hunt and suggesting that people download that Goose Chase mobile app before you go, so you save some time, and it's all there on your phone and your mobile on your smartphone. And the event will promote awareness of the forum, the city of Des Moines, and diabetes, and allow for social distancing as well. So in addition to a walk route, to be completed at your own convenience and pace between Thursday noon after the kickoff until Saturday noon. You have that whole 2 days to accomplish the missions that will be posted on Goose Chase for you. You know, there'll be various missions to complete, with missions released periodically through to Friday afternoon. And there is no advantage in running around on Thursday and getting all the missions done, because there may be some that may be released on, say, Friday morning that you may not be aware of. So you don't get extra points for completing it in an hour, okay? And so what we would do is have, so for those that complete more than maybe 1/2 of the missions and scoring above a designated point minimum, will be eligible to win a 2022 Calgary Forum registration. That is a prize. The other change that we have is, in the past, we used to provide a lunch. We're not providing the lunch this year for a couple of reasons. Again, you know, that kind of lessens the contact with the food. And also, we found in previous Strides Walk that we wasted a lot of food because there were people that did not pick up the lunch. And so we ended up, you know, wasting a lot of the food, which of course we delivered it to the local food banks and so on afterwards. So rather than providing the lunch, we're going to be providing healthy snack packs. Will be available for you to pick up. So there is the striped shirts and snack pickup is scheduled for Thursday at 9:30 a.m. in room 104-106. And I believe that's also going to, you can also do that after in the afternoon as well too. There's a time frame when you can also do that. I encourage you to go to the informational kickoff on Thursday, 11:30 a.m., where we'll be given the particulars information. Now know that to participate in this scavenger hunt, you have to be pre-registered to participate, and there's a fee for pre-registering. The reasons for the fee is that the funds that we raise from the 2021 Strides event will be donated to Camp Hurko Holo, which is a camp in the Des Moines area that provides positive camping experience for children with diabetes. And so the fee that you pay covers the cost of the t-shirt, as well as you know, the snack pack, and then of course the bulk of the money raised will be donated to Camp Hurko Holo. Okay. Now, there's so many things going on at the forum. Service-related activities. We have the Idea Garden. Again, I mentioned the cards will be in a registration bag. Share your ideas and collect ideas to bring home. There's a service showcase in the Iowa Event Center on Thursday morning. And then we have a service project, which is assembling a couple of Braille books on Saturday morning and the afternoon. National Braille Press is, of course, the world leader in the production of Braille and Braille print materials. We are going to be supporting their mission by placing Braille stickers on children's board books, allowing both the sighted and the visually impaired to enjoy the selections. And the books, after we've assembled them, will be distributed through the National Braille Press Children Braille Book of the Month Club. So they have a club that distributes the book to children in need. So we'll be supporting their efforts by helping them assemble a couple of the Braille books. Okay. Now, the current COVID protocols. Per the CDC and Polk County, which is Iowa, face coverings should be worn indoors, regardless of vaccination status, to help prevent the spread of the virus and to protect others. And we are very conscious of the restrictions. We are conscious of the measures that we need to take. And the forum will follow the applicable public safety guidelines for the Iowa Event Center. We've been working very closely with the convention center and the hotels as well in ensuring that we take care of our Lions who will be attending the forum. So we strongly encourage all attendees to wear face coverings and practice social distancing where practical during the forum events. And to embrace kindness matters and respect fellow Lions' personal comfort and precaution of wearing face coverings and social distancing. And to facilitate those who may require it when we're departing Des Moines, the forum has contracted with Assembler Care, a local health clinic, to provide on-site COVID tests with results guaranteed within 24 hours. For Canadians coming to the forum, which is in the States, we need to have a PCR test that confirms that we are negative within 72 hours of returning into Canada. And so for the forum has made the arrangement for on-site testing to be available. The person who needs the test will have to pay for the test ourselves, but the forum will cover the fee of arranging for that on-site clinic to be available. And that's going to be on Friday, September the 10th, from 12:30 to 5:30 p.m. in room 333. And it's by appointment. There is information on a recent newsletter that gives the information as to how to schedule and pay for the test as well too. Okay. All right. Forum tips: how to get the most out of attending the forum. Plan your day in advance. Which seminars you want to attend, when to visit the forum store, the exhibitors, and so on. Certainly be flexible based on what you hear from other people. People may say, oh, have you been to the Idea Garden? You know, you need to go there because there's such a lot of good information there. And wear comfortable shoes and clothing. We can't emphasize enough because you'll be doing a lot of walking. So do make sure that you have comfortable shoes on. And as far as clothing, Lions attire. No formal event, so you can leave your white formals at home, long dresses at home. You don't need to bring your high heels and so on, but certainly Lions attire include golf shirts and Lions casual wear. I certainly wouldn't suggest loafers, slippers, you know, I wouldn't suggest shorts or tattered jeans. Because you know we want to present a good image as well too while we're at a Lions forum. And comfortable shoes can be sneakers or flats, whatever you feel comfortable. Saturday night banquet, business casual or your clubs or your Lions Club blazer will do. And for some of the planning committee members, we are working right up to the meal, so some of us will probably not have the time to go back to our rooms and change. So you will see some of the planning committee members still in our forum shirts, which I don't know if you can see it, but Wendy and I both have them on. So Friday evening, there's no formal program. As I mentioned earlier on, you may plan to get together with your friends and go out and enjoy the local restaurants and the city of Des Moines. And as you go on your forum journey at the convention center, you would want to have a notebook and or some sort of an electronic notebook so you can make notes, take down comments and so on. Have your program of events with you, highlighting the events and the seminars and activities you are interested in doing. That's always one of the first things I do when I get that program of events is to go through it and actually circle the seminars I'm interested in attending, or events that I want to take in, or have a Sharpie pen and start to make notes on it. The program of events do not have much space for you to write notes on, so I suggest you bring a notebook with you and a pen, so you can take all kinds of valuable information that you might have. But certainly, most of have fun. It's not a very formal event, and you see a lot of people visiting, and they're sitting all over the convention center and having visits. But certainly, most of all, the days are busy, so you got to get lots of rest. And I know very often, some of us like to stay up late and go to the library and have extra drinks and so on with friends and so on. But do make sure you have lots of rest. And talking about drinks, the convention center itself, there is no liquor allowed in the convention center or at any of the meals that the forum puts on. But certainly, when you're in the hotel room, you're visiting with friends in the bar, you could certainly have a drink or two, and so you can enjoy yourself. So, questions, comments. I don't know. Oh, there's a lot of comments in the chat room there.
Wendy. I've been answering questions in the chat, right. But I wanted to hit a couple of things. I put a link to the seminar schedule that's on the forum website, so you can get a preview to start looking at topics you might and timing that you might be interested in. There have been several questions about how to register for the Strides Walk. I think if you've already got an account, since you're registered for the forum, you should be able to log in and add the Strides Walk, but it might be easier just to send an if that's not intuitive when you log in, you can send an email to Jerry at the registrar at lionsforum.org and tell her that you'd like to register. And she will have that like invoiced or work with you to get that payment made. There's a question on attire. Barb and Brian asked if vice governor and district governors are expected to wear their blazers. As far as the forum is concerned, no. But I know that a lot of multiple district councils like to pick a day where they wear their blazers. For example, there's one day that the first vice district governors will meet with first vice president Brian, and you may want to wear your blazer on that day. Similarly, district governors, there's a seminar where the district governors will meet with International President Douglas, and you might want to wear your blazers then. But that's either a personal choice or something that your individual councils decide to do. So great question, but I would ask your council peers or a mentor within your multiple district how they've done that in the past. Janet asked a good question that I can't recall the answer to, if the convention center has refill stations for water bottles. I think so, but you know what? I will make a note and ask our contact, and we'll be sending out an email just to registered attendees later this weekend, and I will include that in there because I don't remember seeing them. There's so many other things that we looked at when we walked through that I don't remember that in particular. We talked about the lunch on your own Thursday, and Polly shared what meals were provided. You might have noticed that no breakfasts are part of your registration. Most of the hotels either have a restaurant or we've encouraged them. Some already have like a grab and go type of thing. Or if the restaurants, a quick service. We'll also have in the convention center kiosks if you want to grab coffee or snack throughout the day, or breakfast items in the morning. So just kind of be aware that breakfast is on your own. Wayne, I do know they have hand sanitizer stations in the convention center for sure. I just don't remember on the water bottles. And I think
there's something that I thought of as well. Now, because the weather can fluctuate and the temperature in the seminar rooms may get a little bit cool sometimes, I suggest that you have a sweater with you in case you need to put it on. Sometimes it's hard to tell if the seminar rooms might get a little bit cold, because I've had occasions when attendees in the seminar room say, "Oh, it's too cold in here. Can you turn the temperature up, and then of course you get another half of the room saying, no, it's perfect temperature, or some would say it's too hot in here, turn the temperature down. So so for those of us who might be inclined to feel a bit cooler than others, then a sweater would certainly be something you might want to pack and bring with you. And I always have one with me because I don't like to be cold. So yeah.
Gary asked if you wear your Lions vests, and you certainly can. You're welcome to. Some people will. So a lot of people stick with the more casual, like a golf shirt, or even just like regular clothing that doesn't have Lions gear on it. But certainly there will be Lions in their vests. And I don't remember, there will also be a pin trader section. So if you
I believe so, yeah.
Interested in pin trading or just want to glance, there's some of the pin traders will have some of their supply with them to show off. And that's something that's kind of fun to go and see if that's new to you, or if you're a pin trader and want to make some connections.
Yeah. Mary Moramoto, some of you may have been checking the chat, but she did ask about whether one needs to register for the service project. And Wendy, you did respond to it and said the service project will be doing 2 different seminar times on Saturday. You just need to show up in a room and participate. You don't need to register for that. Okay.
How long is this Strides Walkathon? Michael Bryceland asking.
The Strides event starts after the introduction, that informational session on Thursday. And you have all the time between then and Saturday morning to do as much as you can as far as accomplishing the missions. And I believe it's a combination of using the Goose Chase application, where you either take a photo or you answer a question to qualify that you have actually met that requirement. And then on Saturday around noon, the administrator of the scavenger hunt will then close it down, and then they will start to analyze the results and see who has met that minimum number of points. As long as you meet the minimum number of points, you're eligible for the draw for that prize of a registration to the 2022 Calgary Forum.
Yeah, I'll mention there, one of the missions is a walk. I don't recall how long it is. You can almost make it as long as you want. There's an interesting route that might take 20 minutes if you were to do it from near the convention center. But again, that's just one of many missions that you can choose from. A lot of them can be completed right in the convention center by visiting exhibit booths, seminars, and some of the things right in the immediate area. And there's also some missions that have to do with some interesting, restaurants or things around town that you might see or do. So there's really quite a variety. There is a walk element to it if you want to do that particular item as well.
And it's an interesting walk as well too, because Dawn was sharing with me that there's certain things, there's sites that you can see, interesting items that Des Moines is famous for, that she would certainly encourage you when you go on the walk to look out for those things, and that you can also register those as some of the missions that you have to accomplish. So it should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to doing it. So I've registered for the Strides event, and we'll see how we do.
We did a little trial run in March with just the executive committee when we were there, and it was a lot of fun, and there were some creative activities. So I think the Lions are really going to enjoy it and enjoy the variety.
Very much so. Yeah, I even managed to participate from Vancouver.
Yes, that's right. And the important part is that we're able to put more money towards a really great cause with the Camp Hurtco Hollow, and helping families that have a difficult time affording sending their children to the camp. So.
Right. There's a question from Caroline that you said there are 435 first timers registered. Oh, you did answer it. Approximately 1,600, right? In total, yeah. And in spite of the restrictions, we do have Canadians, a Canadian presence in Des Moines. Me being one of several.
There will be
Many.
quite a few. Unfortunately, not
Yes.
as many Canadians as we would
No.
like to have, and that
Yeah.
we usually have at the forum. But you guys will represent. Also, like to take a
Very
moment
much so.
and acknowledge that we have online with us a first timer, Leo Lyon Board Liaison Shafani Vin, who will also be with us from the Caribbean, and she will be participating in a couple different activities we have to highlight young people, as well as participating in the International Directors booth as a member of the International Board this year and an advisor to the International Board. So
Excellent.
great
Mhm.
opportunities to meet Lions.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. So I don't know if anyone has any more questions to pose to us. If you think of something, please feel free to email me or Wendy. If after the session is over and you think of something that you want to talk about, the recording will be available, you know, as soon as Wendy is able to probably clean it up a bit and then post it. And so I've got one more slide.
Michael Bryson again. Do you know if the hotels charge for parking? I may have a rental car. I may get rid of it.
It varies, Michael, and I'm going to put a link in the chat to a little summary sheet for the different hotels, depending on where you're staying, that will tell you what the parking is, because it does vary between the 9 hotels that are part of the forum.
Okay.
Stephanie has raised her hand. Stephanie Wynn, if you want to unmute yourself, please come on in.
Yes, I just wanted to ask a question. I'm coming in from the Caribbean, and I think a few of the other Lions also coming in from the Caribbean. Just wanted to know about the weather, because we don't want to be, you know, in the Caribbean, it's all hot. It's always summer. So what should we expect?
It won't be as hot as you have, but it's probably going to be pretty toasty and humid. We will be indoors, and there's a skywalk that's climate controlled that gets you between hotels and the convention center. So I would say between 75 and, well, let's see, we're moving into September. I would suspect between 70 and 90, depending on evening time versus heat of the day. But most of our time, again, will be indoors. So I would say a little warmer than what you have, but not chilly. That's a great question. And I appreciate everybody's comments and questions in the chat, because we will download those and use that for information next year to help inform even further some of the information that we put into this briefing. Polly, did you want to highlight what you're planning for the first timer session at the forum?
Yes, indeed. I've got one more slide.
Ah, I didn't even know that.
There we go. Yeah. So I was just waiting for to see if anybody else has any other questions or comments to contribute. But certainly, I want to thank all of you for taking the time out of I'm sure, a busy day to attend this virtual seminar. This is the first time that we're actually doing a seminar in advance of the actual forum itself, and it's something that we felt would be very helpful, especially for first timers. If you haven't been to a forum before, you know, it's like, well, what do I bring? Do I bring my white jacket? And then, you know, we've had people that do, and then they say, well, I wish I had known what the dress code is and what I can expect, so I can at least get my head around some of the things that I can expect. So we thank you for taking the time, and if you want to go over some of the information again, do feel free to go through the recording. When we get to Des Moines, we have a session on Thursday afternoon. It's entitled Preparing the Soil with First Timers in room 302, 303 in the Convention Center from 2 o'clock to 3:10 p.m. Now, most of the information I've shared with you today So we will probably be highlighting some of the the information changes, updates, you will have an opportunity to ask additional questions, because once you get into Des Moines, you might start, in a hotel or in a convention center, because the session is in the afternoon. The forum would have started in the morning. The Strides walk would be over. So you may have certain things that you might want to ask. So it should bring it to the session. And we're going to give everybody that attend that Thursday afternoon session an opportunity to mingle. And so I'm kind of, debating on how I'm going to do that. I'm probably going to have an icebreaker, somewhere, and then it gives you a chance to meet other first-timers, people that you do not know or have not met before, give you a chance to kind of network and connect. And for those that might be a little bit hesitant about wandering the convention center on your own, you may find somebody that has similar interests that you might want to buddy up and do things together, or perhaps, Friday evening, if you're on your own. I hate to see people not having somebody to share an evening with as far as a dinner. So you might come and say, oh, why don't we, get together for dinner on Friday night, or why don't we, go out and walk the town together, and so we can look and visit the city together and do a few things. So it gives everybody a chance to connect and meet up, because it is very seldom that you have the opportunity to do that. So most of the time will be spent in that. The ability to meet each other and to get to know each other. Okay.
The last thing that I might chime in related to that is if you haven't already liked the USA Canada Lions Leadership Forum Facebook page, please do that. And you can scroll back, because our promotion team has done an amazing job this year of adding things in and around Des Moines that you might be interested in, different restaurants to try, different fun things to do in the area. And so you'll get some great ideas if you scroll back through there.
All right.
The graduation is right across the hall from the rooms where we will be where Polly will have her first timer session. So you're in the same proximity for Lions University graduation at 3:30.
Yeah. You will also have an opportunity to see some young Lions and Leos in the convention center. They have on the Saturday, they have a program for the Leos and young Lions as well too. So they're making some plans as to some of the things they do. And certainly we encourage you, when you see some young Lions and Leos, do go up and say hello to them, because it's nice to acknowledge. I don't call them our future Lions, but I think they're already showing great leadership within the clubs, the Leo clubs, and the Young Lions clubs that they have. And so certainly it's great to be able to see them and talk to them and chat with them. So I encourage you to do that as well. All right. So are there anything else that we need to cover, Wendy?
That's all the questions we have. We look forward to seeing you in Des Moines.
Wonderful.
Can't wait.
Great.
And, be sure to flag me down, or Polly, or I'm sure you'll see her at the first timer session, but can't wait to meet you in person.
Wonderful. Right. Thank you all for being here, and we shall see you in Des Moines. Bye, everybody.
Bye now.